Hello Williamson County, I'm Kerri Hudson, and welcome to It's About You, an informational program about the classes, activities, and special events of the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Well, the start of a new year signals the beginning of many things, and one of the annual programs we offer that kicks off after the new year is our Lifeguard training program. Now, while we recruit and staff lifeguards throughout the year, this is the only time of year that we offer lifeguard training classes, which are open to the public. Joining me today is our aquatics coordinator, Evan Hampton, who's here to talk about this year's program and the upcoming class schedule. Evan, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to come in because I know you are getting ready to go into a very busy time of the year with all of the different things that you do. With the indoor and outdoor pools that Williamson County Parks and Recreation has spread out throughout the county now, you guys are in a constant stream of staffing and programming and all different kinds of things that you all do through the aquatics portion of the department. Lifeguard training being just one small facet of that whole thing.
That's right. We do a lot of stuff year round, and this lifeguard training course kind of kicks off our summertime.
It really does. I know for some people that might sound kind of strange. Did he just say summer? But it's already in works.
Exactly.
It'll be here before we know it.
We get the ball rolling just as soon as we start the new year. We do.
Well, talk to us a little bit about these lifeguard training classes. We operate through the American Red Cross certification program, but tell us a little bit about the programs and the material that's covered in them.
Well, our lifeguard training courses that we offer, they give you a certification in lifeguard training, CPR and AED, as well as first aid. We will be offering a total of 5 courses throughout the next few months to get everybody certified and to get everybody on board for us to start opening up our outdoor pools. Some of the course material that we go over is, like I said, it's everything from your lifeguard training skills with in-water skills and in-water rescues, to CPR and AED, which would be for the most part on dry land stuff, and then also some first aid stuff, which is everything from how to put a Band-Aid or bandage on to mobilizing a broken bone or something like that. So we go from everything from in the water to on dry land and something as serious as a water safety rescue, all the way up to, just simply a scratch or a cut.
It's a wide range of the different kinds of skill sets that are really needed and apply in a lifeguard position.
It is.
And I know these certification courses have been a wonderful opportunity for the department in the past to seek qualified job applicants, as well as to find good core groups of people to work with throughout the year. And I think a lot of that is based off of the types of skill sets they learn in these programs. You really get a kind of a very good sense about what these individuals are like and how they would work in certain situations. Not everyone's that immediate responder in an emergency situation, but these programs give you enough of those basic skill sets to know how to do that.
That's right. It's when we teach these classes, it's our pool managers that are teaching the classes, so it's kind of like a week-long, a 28-hour interview, so to speak, because the pool managers that will be hiring these positions are the ones that are also instructing these classes. It gives us an opportunity to get to know some of our future employees. It gives us an opportunity to spend a lot of time with them, get to know their work ethics and get to know how involved they want to be versus not want to be, and it's a good opportunity for us as well as for the possible employee to to put himself out there, him or her out there.
And you mentioned upon successful completion of this course, individuals do receive certification in lifeguard training, first aid, CPR, and AED skill sets. And that's a certification that's still good for 2 years,
That's
correct?
right. It is 2 calendar years. From the date that you receive the certification, it will go out 2 full years.
And like we said, these certifications do provide perfect opportunity for future jobs through the department, but we unfortunately probably couldn't hire every single person that that participated or completed one of these lifeguard training classes that you're going to be hosting this spring. But it's a wonderful certification and skill set to have in a variety of number of jobs as well.
It is. Within the Williamson County Parks and Recreation, we try to train all of our employees, whether it's in a basketball gym or anything. Now we try to train them in CPR and AED, and then if you get this lifeguard training, it will just add to that. And not only is this something good for becoming a lifeguard, but at the same time, somebody that's interested in possibly doing babysitting or something like that. A lot of parents out there that are looking for babysitters would like to know and would like to prefer someone have CPR and AED training.
First aid.
First aid, and then if you're taking the children to a pool or anything like that, that lifeguard training would
additional
kick in
skill
as well.
sets.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, tell us a little bit about the structure of these courses. How many participants can you take per class?
We will take 15 registered participants per class. That's just based on a ratio for our instructors per participants. So we'll take 15 per class. We will be offering 5 classes. We will host these classes at 2 of our different facilities, at Longview Recreation Center in Spring Hill, as well as in Brentwood.
So a little bit of variety there for people as far as the portion of the county that
Right.
they might live
Absolutely.
in. And who is eligible to take these classes?
You have to be 15 years or older to take these classes, and we do accept 14-year-old participants as long as they turn 15 by the day that we take the test, the final day of the class. So we will take 14-year-olds, but they must turn 15 by the end of the class, which is our testing day.
Gotcha. And talk to me a little bit about the cost. I know we do the best that we can to make this program as cost beneficial as possible.
Right.
But tell me about the overall cost and how that breaks down, because I know it covers materials as well as their certification. Is that right?
It does. So we're very competitive with our cost of this certification. We charge $125 per student to enroll, to enlist, to register for this class. That covers your course material, which is your book, your training book, as well as a CPR mask. And then it will also cover your certification in lifeguard, CPR AD, and first aid for 2 years, which is, like I said, very, very competitive. If you go out and look around at some of these certifications, we're right there with the most efficient and most affordable.
And one of the things that I love about how we structure this program, we do not require a registered participant to pay for the program until they pass a pre-course swim test.
That's right, yes. What we do is you register for the class, and then we have a pre-test, which the pre-test is a series of skills trainings to find out if you're capable of even going through the class. Those skills trainings are, it's a 300-yard swim. It's what we call a brick test. It's where we have a 10-pound rubber brick that you retrieve from the bottom of the pool. You swim it back to the edge of the pool and you jump out in a timed manner. And then we also do a 2-minute treading water. It's basically where you just get in the water without any flotation device and you just show that you can tread water for 2 minutes. And then upon passing these pre-courses, that's when we start the class. You pay for your certification and your registration, and then you're ready to go.
Yep. And the pre-course swim test, I mean, I know, you're right, you do have to meet certain qualifications to be able to go through these lifeguard training classes. There do have to be some physical markers to show that an individual is capable of them. But the 300-yard swim,
yes,
that's any swimming style, just as long as they don't take a break, correct?
That's correct. It's just any swimming style that you choose, you're just not allowed to stop. So it's just showing us that you can maintain a forward motion through the water up to 300 yards and control yourself and be able to make this without stopping.
Mm-hmm. And then, like you said, the brick test as well, and then the treading test.
Right.
Which, if you're not used to treading water, 2 minutes can feel like a lifetime.
It is. It's very humbling when you get in that water sometimes if you're not used to being in the water and being comfortable in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're put to the test when you're doing these pre-courses. It can humble you sometimes and make you realize, wow, swimming is not just floating in the water.
Right.
There's actually some skill to this. There's some technique to this.
Exactly. And you did mention earlier that there are 2 locations viable for our lifeguard training classes, that they are going to be held at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood, as well as the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill. And let's talk a little bit about the registration. Pre-registration is required for all of these classes, and you have specific registration dates for each of the lifeguard training classes that we're going to do. Because of the limited amount of people that you can accept per class, we do ask that registration be done in person, but the individual taking the course is not necessarily the one that has to register for the program. Right.
We would allow for anyone to register someone in, like say a parent that needs to stop by, or an older brother or sister that can stop by, an aunt and uncle, anybody can stop by and register a particular person. It doesn't have to be the individual that's going to take the class. We have pre-registration, which is the registration takes place before the class actually starts. Like you said, due to the limited space that we have, we open that registration date up, and then it remains open until all 15 spots are filled.
There you go. And let's see, we have a series of 5 classes that you are going to be doing this year. 3 of them will take place at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood. 2 will be at the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill. We start off with our early bird class, which actually starts not too far from now.
It does.
It's going to be held February the 14th through the 28th. This is a program that meets every Monday and Wednesday night from 5 to 9 p.m. and on Saturday all day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. This class will not meet Monday, February the 16th. Our facilities will be closed for President's Day that day. But every other time within that session, I love how you set these classes up in these small incremental blocks. While there is a good bit of material to be covered in these programs, we do our best really to try to make the actual training course as compact as possible, understanding that there's probably going to be some high school kids, a good majority of high school kids that register for these classes, and they have other things to tend to during these times.
Exactly. We try to make this the best fit that we can for as many people that are going to be taking the class. We've got high school kids, like you said. We've got college kids. We've got everything from 14 years up that takes these classes. So we try to build these around as many different schedules as we can. And this early bird class, Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays is one of our options that will give everyone an opportunity to take.
And registration for the early bird class will be held Saturday, January the 31st, beginning at 12 noon at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood. We still have several other classes to outline for your lifeguard training session, but we do need to take a quick break. Y'all stay tuned. When we come back, we'll be talking more about lifeguard training courses with the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department.
If you're looking for a loan or you'd like to buy a home, when you want to land a job or your identity's been robbed, annualcreditreport.com, the one you can depend upon. Check your credit to review all your bills and payments too. It's as easy as can be and it's absolutely free. Hey! Annualcreditreport.com, the one you can depend upon. Beware of the others, there's always a catch. They claim to be free, but strings are attached. Their ads can be funny, so don't be deceived. Hold on to your money, there's one site you need. Annualcreditreport.com, the one you can depend upon. Annualcreditreport.com, the one you can depend upon.
Annualcreditreport.com, no hidden fees, absolutely free.
Welcome back to It's About You. We're talking today with Aquatics Coordinator Evan Hampton about our upcoming session of lifeguard training courses. And before the break, we had just started talking about your first course, the Early Bird course, that's going to be held February the 14th through the 28th at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood. Again, registration for that specific Early Bird class will be held Saturday, January the 31st, beginning at 12 noon at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood. And like we talked about earlier, you know, there are quite a few high school students that take these courses simply because of the age parameters that are involved in this program. And so we also have a spring break class that is structured around the Williamson County School spring break period. I'll get that all out here, don't worry about it. That's going to be held March the 14th through March the 20th.
Correct.
So again, taking into consideration, you know, the different types of people that participate in these programs and realizing that this might be a good downtime or ample opportunity for several people to participate in a course in a 1 week chunk of time to get this course in, out, done, and moving on for the other things.
That's right.
The class has a pre-course swim test on Saturday, March the 14th.
That's correct.
Then we're off for Sunday, March 15th, and then it meets actually March the 16th through the 20th. And for each day of these sessions, because it is just a 1 week class, it's 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day.
That's right, 8 hours a day. We also provide a lunch break in there, but yes, it is 8 hours a day. That Monday through the 20th.
Mm-hmm. And this is a program that's done at 2 locations. Mm-hmm. It's offered through the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood as well as the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill, with the exception of the first and last day of class. The pre-course swim test for either session is held at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood, and then your last day, your testing, is also held at just the location in Brentwood.
Yes, we do that. Our pool at the Indoor Sports Complex, it goes to 9 foot, and when we're doing the pre-course, we like to have that deeper pool. And then, of course, at the very end, when we're doing our testing, we also like to utilize that deeper end of the pool. Mm-hmm. And our Longview location does not have that 9 foot depth, so we have the first and the last class all take place at Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood.
And then the instruction portions are just broken out into the 2 facilities.
That's right.
Let's see, and then registration for this spring break class is going to be held on Saturday, February the 28th. Again, starting at 12 noon. Registration will be available at our 2 locations at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood and the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill. You would register at either facility that you would choose to take your instructional programming at.
That's right, that's right. And remember, it is 15 participants per course. So it would be 15 for the Brentwood course and then 15 for the Longview Spring Hill course.
Perfect. And then your last chance class. This is also a multiple location class, held April the 18th through May the 2nd.
That's correct.
So this is your last chance to get lifeguard certification through Williamson County Parks and Recreation for 2015.
Yes.
This is it. This is similar to your Early Bird class. It's a 2-week program meeting Mondays and Wednesdays from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. and then all day Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
That's correct.
Again, taking place at 2 locations, but the first and last days still take place at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood.
Yes.
And registration for the last chance classes, again 2, one in Brentwood, one in Spring Hill, will be on Saturday, March the 28th. Registration also starts at 12 noon. And again, remember, individuals must register in person, but the participant taking the course does not necessarily have to be present to register. A parent or another individual could register for them. And then you wrap up this course, or this series of courses every year with a challenge course. Explain to us what a challenge course is.
What the challenge course is, it's an opportunity for lifeguards that have previously had this certification, and their certification is running out after their 2-year certification. After it's running out, they can come in and they can test out. And basically what a test out is, we give you the final test, and we put you in the water, and we run you through the series of skills to find out if you remember and can pass the skills that it takes to gain the certification. There is no material involved. There's no coursework involved. There's no classes involved. This is a one-day, one-time pass or fail certification test. Upon passing the certification, you do receive another 2 years worth of certification. If you do not pass, you're required to take the course again in its entirety, which is the 28 hours, and then however that's blocked out for whatever particular class you sign up for. But of course, since this is our last opportunity to do anything, you'll have to either take it next year
Or through another provider.
or through another provider, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, the challenge course is really kind of ideal for someone whose certification is just running out, who still is very aware of the information, still has the knowledge sets, and knows about all the current revisions and updates. That's important.
Right.
These skill sets do get updated quite frequently, and you need to be aware of those new guidelines or things that are added into the curriculum as well, and then be able to provide the physical component as well with the in-water skill sets. But for a college student or someone who just needs that test, I don't really need to take the 2-week course material, I just need a test to renew my certification. It's a wonderful opportunity. This year's challenge course is going to be held on Monday, May the 4th, beginning at 5 p.m. at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood. Cost for the program is $45, again cheaper because there is no course material covered in that fee. Registration for the challenge course will begin Saturday, April the 18th at 12 noon. And again, individuals must register in person for this as well. So a very well-rounded calendar of lifeguard training opportunities. I know we talked a little bit at the first part of the show that these are just good skill sets to have for individuals if you want to be a lifeguard, or if you have other aspirations for different types of possible seasonal summer employment. But when you're kind of looking through these groups of individuals as they're signing up for these classes and going through these lifeguard training sessions and thinking about who might be a good fit in a Williamson County Parks and Recreation pool, what kind of person are you looking for?
Well, we're looking for a motivated individual. We're looking for someone that obviously will take this job very serious. This is a serious job to have. It's you're guarding people's lives. We have one of the most dangerous elements involved, and that's a large body of water. So we're looking for someone that is motivated, that wants this job. Looking for someone that takes it very seriously and can fit in with the rest of our crew that we have. We have all ages, from 15-year-olds up to adults that would just like to have as a secondary part-time job. And so we were looking for someone that's gonna fit in with our system, that's gonna enjoy working, enjoy the time that they spend with us, and that we enjoy spending that time with them.
And a lot of times too, people don't always understand that customer service is a part of these jobs as well. You're interacting with the public on a day-to-day basis.
That's right.
And being friendly, being able to answer questions, talk to people about different programs that the department offers. Just within your aquatics program, you know, it's not all just about the open pools. You guys do a lot more than just that as well, with programming options that you guys have through the pools themselves. And so a lifeguard, even though their main priority is, you know, is protecting individuals, there's other components that fall into that as well.
There is. We have a lot of information to give out. We always have some type of different program going on, or an event or something like that that we try to make all of our employees aware of, so they can help answer questions when people need it.
And just to touch on a few of those, you have some year-round aquatic programs that we don't want to leave out today. Lifeguard training is very important, but there's things that you guys do all year long as well that we want to touch on. One of them being your water aerobics program, a very popular program that you operate year-round at our indoor locations in Brentwood, Franklin, and Spring Hill. Give us just a brief description of that program.
Our water aerobics programs that we offer range from anything from a moderate type of class to a high intense class, as well as we do some dancing type water related.
Who doesn't love
classes.
Aqua Zumba?
Everybody loves Aqua Zumba.
Throw it out there.
It's one of our very up and coming classes that we offer that is gaining a lot of participation and gaining a lot of attention. And we offer these classes at multiple different facilities, like you said, Brentwood, Spring Hill, and Franklin. And all of this information can be found on our website, and which classes we offer at what times.
What times, absolutely. The great thing about the water aerobics program, though, is that it is an ongoing program. There's no advanced registration that's required for any of the water aerobics classes. There's a slight fee. It's $3 a person per class for a youth or adult ages 4 to 54, and it's $2 for a senior. That's anyone 55 or older.
Correct.
And then swim lessons is another program that you guys operate year-round at our indoor locations. That's coordinated through Excel Aquatics. They provide both private and group instruction classes. And for more information on their programs, you can visit their website at www.excelaquatics.org. And then the last thing we want to mention today are the swim meets. We have an exceptional facility at with the natatorium at the indoor sports complex in Brentwood that provides a wonderful opportunity for aquatic programming, but it is occasionally used for different types of swim meets for outside agencies. Williamson County Schools uses them for high school meets. We have middle school meets that meet there as well, as well as Excel Aquatics and other aquatic programs in the community. I know there are periodic closures to the natatorium at the indoor sports complex in Brentwood based on when these swim meets are scheduled, but what's the best way people can find out about them?
We post signs and as much information within the facilities that we can. If you're a frequent user of our facility and indoor sports complex, we post big signs up on all the doors. We try to put out as much information when we're going to have these swim meets as we can. They can also be found on Excel Aquatics website. They post when they're going to host a meet on their website as well. And then, you know, if anyone was to call one of our front desks, the ladies up there at the front, they can have the information as well.
Yep. So lots of resources. Evan, I want to thank you for your time today, and I wish you the best of luck with the training programs this year.
Well, thanks for having me. We're looking forward to a good summer.
Well, we'll have you back in a couple months, and we'll talk about the summer. I know there's a lot to look forward to this year.
Great. Thanks.
And for more information on any of our lifeguard training programs or additional aquatic programs, feel free to visit our website at www.wcparksandrec.com. I want to thank you guys for joining us for today's show. We'll see you next time. And until then, remember, Williamson County, it's all about you. So much has gone by already. Summer fun. As usual. Now for our last show today,
A April 21st, 2007. We started to conduct a search of a suspicious vehicle, and that's when the sniper engaged us. A chunk of metal ricocheted into my upper right thigh and severed my femoral artery. I died for 15 minutes, but I'm fine. Emotionally, I had no PTSD because at Walter Reed, I had clinical psychologists walking into my room every 4 hours to get me to talk about what happened. It was preventative medicine. The earlier and more often you talk about a traumatic experience, the faster you will recover from it.